The air is still. Sun shines through the window. Birds tweet. You are relaxed, comfortable, unaware. But fate, dear reader, has other plans. A sinister plot unfolds beneath your very feet. A rogue Lego, a forgotten dumbbell, the leg of a chair strategically placed by the mischievous hand of destiny. You are blissfully ignorant, walking blindly towards the epicenter of impending doom. The last few seconds of blissful unawareness tick by. The world holds its breath. This, my friends, is the calm before the storm. A moment of tranquility so profound, so serene, it can only be shattered by the most exquisite agony known to humankind, the stubbed toe. Fasten your seatbelts, dear reader, because what comes next is not for the faint of heart. We are about to dive headfirst into the abyss of unimaginable pain. Hold on to your toes, metaphorically speaking, of course, and brace yourselves. It hits you like a freight train in a silent film, the kind that barrels through the screen, leaving the audience gasping in their seats. You never see it coming, and when it does, it's as if the world has shifted on its axis. One minute you're waltzing through life, the next you're a crumpled heap on the floor, whimpering, questioning the universe's cruel sense of humor. It's as if the ground beneath you has conspired against you, plotting this very moment of downfall. The pain, oh, the pain. It's not a gentle nudge, not a polite tap on the shoulder, it's a searing, white-hot flash that consumes your entire being. You feel it in your bones, in your soul, in the very core of your existence. It's a full-blown assault on your senses, a supernova of agony erupting from the point of impact. The initial shockwave radiates outward, sending ripples of torment through your body. It's as if 1,000 tiny needles are piercing your skin, each one more excruciating than the last. The world around you fades, the cheerful chirping of birds, drowned out by the roaring in your head. The cacophony of everyday life is replaced by a singular, deafening note of pain. It's all-consuming, all-encompassing, leaving no room for anything else. The warm sunlight, eclipsed by the dark stars dancing before your eyes. Your vision blurs, and for a moment you wonder if this is what it feels like to be on the brink of consciousness. The world narrows to a pinpoint, and all you can see is the throbbing, pulsating pain. You clutch your foot, your face contorted in a silent scream. The agony is so intense, so overwhelming that you can't even find the breath to cry out. It's a primal, instinctual reaction, a desperate attempt to hold on to something, anything in the midst of the storm. You bargain with a higher power, promising to be good, to eat your vegetables, to finally clean out the garage, if only, please, make the pain stop. You make deals, you plead, you beg, hoping against hope that something, someone will take pity on you. But the pain is relentless. It throbs, it pulsates, it sends shockwaves up your leg, leaving you breathless and bewildered. Each wave is a fresh reminder of your vulnerability, your fragility. It's a humbling experience, one that strips away all pretense and leaves you raw and exposed. This, my friend, is the raw, unadulterated power of the stubbed toe, a force of nature that demands respect, that commands attention. It's a reminder that no matter how strong, how invincible we may feel, we are all at the mercy of the universe's whims. A force of nature capable of bringing even the mightiest warrior to their knees. It's a testament to the fragility of the human condition, a stark reminder that we are all, in the end, just flesh and bone, susceptible to the smallest of missteps. And in that moment, as you clutch your foot and fight back tears, you realize that sometimes the most powerful forces come in the smallest packages. This, my friend, is not a new phenomenon. The sensation of pain, particularly the sharp, sudden agony of a stubbed toe, has been a part of the human experience for millennia. We are not the first to suffer this indignity, nor will we be the last. Throughout history, countless individuals have felt the same sharp sting, the same involuntary gasp, the same moment of disbelief followed by a string of curses. The Egyptians felt it, the Greeks wrote epic poems about it, and the Romans likely documented it in their extensive records. pain in its many forms has been a constant companion to humanity. Even Shakespeare himself likely cursed under his breath after a particularly nasty encounter with a bedpost. Imagine the bard in the midst of crafting his timeless works, suddenly interrupted by the sharp pain of a stubbed toe. It's a humbling thought, isn't it? From the pyramids of Giza to the Great Wall of China, the anguished cries of stubbed toes have echoed throughout history. These monumental structures, built with such precision and care, have likely witnessed countless moments of human clumsiness and the resulting pain. It's a universal symphony of pain that transcends time, culture, and even language. No matter where you go in the world, the reaction to a stubbed toe is remarkably similar. A sharp intake of breath, a moment of shock, and then the inevitable hopping and cursing. We are all connected by this shared experience. It's a reminder of our common humanity, a small but significant thread that binds us all together. The king on his throne, the pauper on the street, the celebrity on the red carpet, all have winced, hopped, and cursed in equal measure when fate, in its infinite capacity for mischief, aimed a rogue object at their unsuspecting toes. It's a great equalizer, a moment when all pretense and status fall away, leaving only the raw, unfiltered reaction to pain. All have winced, hopped, and cursed in equal measure when fate, in its infinite capacity for mischief, aimed a rogue object at their unsuspecting toes. It's a great equalizer, a moment when all pretense and status fall away, leaving only the raw, unfiltered reaction to pain. Yes, the stubbed toe is the great equalizer. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. In that moment of pain, we are all the same. It's a humbling experience, a reminder of our shared vulnerability. A reminder that no matter how rich, powerful, or famous we may be, we are all vulnerable to the whims of the universe and the occasional poorly placed piece of furniture. It's a small but poignant reminder of our shared humanity, a moment of connection in an often disconnected world. Section 4. Training the toe-avoiding reflex. But fear not, dear reader, for all is not lost. Just as a seasoned warrior trains for battle, so too can we prepare for the inevitable encounter with rogue furniture legs and treacherous toys lurking in the shadows. We must become masters of our domain, ninjas of the home, developing lightning-fast reflexes and an almost preternatural awareness of our surroundings. We will learn to anticipate the enemy's moves, to predict the trajectory of a misplaced book, to sense the danger lurking around every corner. Our training will be rigorous. We will practice our footwork, navigating obstacle courses of strategically placed pillows and precariously balanced books. We will hone our peripheral vision, becoming one with our surroundings, able to spot a stray Lego from 30 paces. We will even develop our own secret language of clicks and whistles, warning each other of potential toe-stubbing hazards. Section 5. Armor against the invisible enemy. And just as a knight dons his armor before riding into battle, so too can we equip ourselves with the necessary tools and precautions to minimize the damage should the unthinkable occur. In our modern world, the threats we face may not be as visible or as tangible as those faced by knights of old, but they are no less real. The invisible enemy we prepare for is the ever-present danger of the stubbed toe, a menace lurking in the shadows of our homes. We will invest in slippers, those fluffy guardians of our feet, providing a much-needed barrier between our delicate toes and the unforgiving world. These humble yet essential pieces of footwear serve as our first line of defense, cushioning the impact and absorbing the shock that would otherwise send us reeling in pain. Imagine the comfort and security of knowing that each step you take is protected by a soft plush shield. We will illuminate our homes with the brilliance of 1,000 suns, banishing the shadows where danger lurks. Night lights, strategically placed in hallways and rooms, will guide our way, ensuring that we can see and avoid potential hazards. A well-lit home is not just a matter of convenience, it is a fortress against the unseen perils that lie in wait. The glow of these lights will serve as beacons of safety, leading us through the darkness and keeping our toes out of harm's way. And we will, of course, embrace the power of organization, for a tidy home is a safe home, at least when it comes to the threat of stubbed toes. By keeping our living spaces neat and orderly, we reduce the risk of tripping over stray objects or bumping into misplaced furniture. The simple act of labeling and arranging our belongings can transform our homes into sanctuaries of safety. An organized home is not just aesthetically pleasing, it is a strategic defense against the chaos that can lead to injury. But our most important weapon, dear reader, is knowledge. Knowledge empowers us to anticipate and counteract the threats we face. By educating ourselves about the common causes of stubbed toes and the best practices for avoiding them, we arm ourselves with the tools needed to stay safe. This knowledge is not static. It evolves as we learn from our experiences and adapt to new challenges. By understanding the enemy, by learning its ways, we can better prepare ourselves for the inevitable encounter. We will study the layout of our homes, identifying high-risk zones and potential toe-stubbing hazards. This proactive approach allows us to take preventive measures such as rearranging furniture or adding protective padding to sharp corners. Knowledge of our environment is crucial in our battle against the invisible enemy. We will study the layout of our homes, identifying high-risk zones and potential toe-stubbing hazards. This involves a thorough inspection of each room, paying close attention to areas where accidents are most likely to occur. By mapping out these danger zones, we can develop strategies to mitigate the risks, such as installing corner guards or using non-slip mats. We will educate ourselves on the proper techniques for navigating dimly lit hallways and cluttered bedrooms. This includes learning to move with caution, using our hands to feel our way in the dark, and keeping pathways clear of obstacles. Practicing these techniques can make a significant difference in our ability to avoid accidents, and we will, above all else, remain vigilant, for the moment we let our guard down is the moment fate decides to strike. Vigilance means staying aware of our surroundings, being mindful of where we step, and maintaining a constant state of readiness. It is the final and most crucial component of our defense strategy. By staying alert and prepared, we can outsmart the invisible enemy and protect ourselves from the pain and frustration of a stubbed toe.